Hello, this is Jimmy Cross, and I am going to do part three of my digital detox, which is the reflection. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start off with my rules. Here's my three rules that I put in place for myself. Number one, subtract 30 minutes a day from social media. Use that 30 minutes towards reading. Utilize the do not disturb notification when I'm at work so I can have a more of a better focus on my job versus looking at notifications, picking up my phone to see what my phone's buzzing at. And rule number three, no social media in the morning before work. So I am somebody where I'm trying to become more disciplined on these things. I'm trying to hold myself accountable towards being a better every day in all parts of my life. And I've never really gone through a deep digital detox to where I take time away from social media. I've grown up with social media. I've never taken like a quote break or subtracted the amount of time from it before. Um, I've used Do Not Disturb before, but I've never used it to the extent that I've always wanted to. So this is something that I've wanted to dive into for years now. And number three, no social media in the morning before work. Sometimes when I wake up, I tend to hop on Twitter or Instagram or just to open it up and scroll. And sometimes I'm thinking to myself, why am I doing this? What is my purpose on doing that? So I've always wanted to kind of limit myself to the amount that I use for social media. Here's some of my thoughts that I had throughout the detox. I was pretty stressed out at first. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't to the point where I was overwhelmed. It was just I wasn't sure. I was trying to restrict myself with the amount of time I was on my phone. And I want to be more focused with the person that's in front of me, being able to have an engaging conversation. I felt as I went farther and farther, I was more determined because I was trying to set limits to myself. So I have sticky notes in my office that I keep track of the rules. So I see it every morning. I see it every day. I get up and come back to my desk. I feel that as time goes on, more and more determined to take the time away from my phone. So I really try to focus on the detox, especially in the off days. Since I'm moving less, and I'm more prone to opening up my phone for social media use. So I was trying to go through that and focusing on my off days and not just sitting around, actually getting things accomplished. I also added more time to exercise more throughout the week. I'm really trying as I get older to be more active and exercise more often. I work a desk job every single day, so sometimes that can be limited to what I'm doing, outside of the office. So I only have a certain amount of time. I have a 45-minute commute from Mount Union to Hiram, Ohio, which is where I live. So it's been a challenge in itself to kind of get into that groove of getting home and or being on an off day or being coming home from work and exercising more. It's easy for you to get home, put your stuff down, put some comfortable clothes on, and lay on your couch and just sit and scroll. It's very easy to do that. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. So I'm really trying to emphasize on exercising more. Um, Throughout this whole detox, I have decreased my time on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, which I'm super excited about because those three apps I've had since, man, Twitter and Instagram I've had since 2011. YouTube, I've been on YouTube since 2009. So I've been on social media a lot on those apps. So it's nice to be able to actually decrease my time there because I've never done that for myself on these apps. So it's been exciting to be able to not have to worry too much on the amount I'm using on social media. So my time went up on TikTok. I recently re-downloaded that right before this class actually started. I actually kind of want to delete it again because I spend way too much time on it anyways. But my overall time for screen time went down. In the last 2 weeks, I've been really trying to play more basketball. I played golf over the weekend with a couple of my buddies. We went to a driving range, and throughout the whole time, the only thing I did when I was there, for like social media wise, if you want to include music and the aspect of social media, I had Spotify open, so really trying to emphasize just playing music and having face-to-face conversations with my friends that I don't get to see as often. So that was really, really nice. And over the long weekend, I was with my family. We did a lot of family events, which is nice because I don't see my family as often because I live a little bit farther away. So I didn't use my phone as much there, which was a nice disconnection. But that is essentially everything on my digital detox. I feel that I'm making slow momentum forward, but positive momentum forward. And, slow progress is progress at the end of the day, is how I see it. And I'm excited to keep on with this digital detox, even after this class is over. I really want to try to emphasize what's next. I didn't mention this in the previous slides, but I also have been reading a lot more instead of social media. I actually have my book right here. It's a fantastic book. It's called Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson. It is a great book to read. So if you're ever interested in learning about like the criminal justice system, Just Mercy is a great book. And Brian Stevenson, this is an autobiography about his own stories, own tales about how he helped a lot of people on death row that were innocent get out of their death row sentencing. So thank you so much for listening to my digital detox reflection, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.